Freelancers need to think of themselves as business owners when it comes to their taxes. Things are a little bit more complex, and you need to be a little more strategic in thinking through how you're going to approach it so that you don't end up overpaying by thousands and thousands of dollars every single year to the IRS. So here are the 3 most common and most costly mistakes that freelancers make when it comes to taxes. The first mistake is not being proactive. It may be okay as a W-2 employee to just go throughout the whole year and then not think about taxes until you file them at the end of the year. But as a freelancer, as a business owner, you need to be thinking about your taxes for this year, during the year. Tom Wheelwright, who's one of the great minds when it comes to tax strategy, says that in order to change your taxes, you have to change your circumstances. And you can't do that once the year has passed and already ended. If you're waiting to think about your taxes until after the year is done and you're getting ready to prepare your tax returns, you're going to end up overpaying and missing opportunities for things that you could have fixed if you had thought about your taxes proactively during the prior year. Number 2 is not opening an LLC or limited liability company early enough. As a freelancer, the number 1 shark that's swimming there under the water waiting to get you is self-employment tax. And the strategy that you'll use to avoid or minimize the self-employment tax is a limited liability company that elects to file its taxes as an S corporation. But you don't have to think about an S corporation from the beginning. You should consider an S corporation as soon as you're making $20,000 or $30,000 per year. But even before that, open a limited liability company, open an LLC. In most states, they're very inexpensive to open, and just having the entity in place doesn't hurt you in any way for taxes, but it gives you options down the road to go back with that company that's already open and elect for it to file as an S corporation. The lack of having a limited liability company open and in place has cost so many freelancers so much money over the years because they get towards the end of the year, start to make some real consistent money, but don't have an entity in place to just make that election as of much earlier in the year and backdate that election. So S Corp is a really critical strategy. You can learn more about it on our website or just looking anywhere on YouTube or Google. It's a key strategy, but you can't have the S corporation until you have the LLC. So just get that LLC open. And then it gives you so many options later down the road if and when you need to turn it into an S corporation. And the third mistake is failing to document and take all the eligible deductions that you can. Any expense that is ordinary and necessary for you to do your job as a freelancer can be deducted. That includes things like your home office. It includes things like your home internet, your cell phone, all these things that you have to have in order to do your work and perform for your clients. These are legitimate deductions, but you have to do the work to document them, and you have to do the work to make sure that you claim them as expenses in your business. If you need a list to get you started thinking about deductions, we have a free one on our website that you can check out. But the key here is ordinary and necessary. Anything that you're spending that fits those criteria of ordinary and necessary is a legitimate deduction. Make sure you don't miss it because that's just free money. It's money you're spending already. Make sure you're getting the deduction for it so you can use it to lower your taxes. So these are the 3 most common mistakes. Be proactive, open your LLC, track your deductions. You have to be the owner of your own tax strategy here. Your CPA is never going to be able to understand your situation as well as you do, and honestly, nobody's going to care more than you do. Taxes are not overly complicated. There are a few key principles that you can learn, and if you'll learn those few key principles, you will be able to be in control of your taxes, be in control of your finances, hold your CPA or tax preparer accountable to make sure that they're doing everything that's legally possible for you, and pay the minimum amount of tax possible so that you can keep that money in your own pocket, in your own bank account, and use it to be able to grow your business or cover your own personal expenses. The point is, it's your money. Don't make these common mistakes. Stay in control of your finances. These thousands of dollars of savings every single year add up to a huge amount of money over time. This is how you start to build wealth, by understanding your finances, controlling them, and making sure that you're not paying anything extra in tax beyond what you're absolutely legally required to. If you're interested in learning more about any of these strategies or any other strategies for entrepreneurs and business owners, follow me on Instagram and join our newsletters where every single week we're sending out tips and strategies specifically for entrepreneurs. Thanks.